Don't let little money get you down. And a night and his wife, they had a plan to keep back some money from the land. But what they didn't know, they couldn't lie to the Holy Ghost, and they let a little money get them down. And I'm begging you, don't let a little money get you down. Don't let it get you down. Don't quit let it down. Please don't turn around. Don't let a little money get you down.
We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love got me going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind.
Hello, welcome to Two Nights in the Mind. I'm Truly, one of your hosts, and I'm joined by my co-host. How are y'all doing tonight?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Doing good, feeling good, looking good. What more can I say? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I just told that lie.
He said to stop lying. Translation.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said. He would never say anything like that at all. He's talking to somebody in the background. That's why he stepped
Right.
Well, you said something about that face, and you didn't say you need a bag on it.
Put that in your mouth. What you taking?
I take my pills.
Oh, yeah. Tula, get ready. He taking the pill. You know what that means, girl. You better get ready.
Got 45 minutes.
That's Viagra. That's Viagra. And what's the other one called?
Hey, you know I don't.
Not now, but you're gonna need it. You don't
Not
need
yet.
your wedding. You're gonna need
Look
it.
here. Look here. Y'all talk about yourself.
Man, I gotta see what she did. What she do with my glasses, man? I can't find my glasses. Who that right now?
Shalom, born Sigma 84.
Oh, that's all right. You born 84? Woo, 84 hours. I'm 15 years old. Woo.
I wasn't born yet.
Quay, how we doing, Quay? Good to see you, Quay.
Quay, what's up, girl?
Hey, Quaysha.
She'll be moving out. Who that? Okay, that's somebody on light right there. We ain't got to acknowledge them.
Special shout out to Ian. Special shout out to Joe.
Man,
Special shout out to Asa.
yeah, we making it sad. We making Shalom. Oh, that's me. Shalom. Oh, I said that out when it got. Shalom. Now we on the way. Joshua Small here. Dead eye. Oh, Shalom, man, because that man came out, man, eye leaking.
Dead eye.
There's a leak in this old eye, and my behind is got to move. That right. He couldn't stay there, that eye leaking. Told, what you see wrong with my eye? I said, listen, man, if you don't get better, the other one finna be closed up. I don't need that stuff. That man, I'm gonna get you out, yeah.
I like that.
Yes,
I like
sir.
them devotionals. That's a good tune right there. You just said that thing ain't resonating in my head now. Y'all, what's some of y'all favorite devotionals? Pastime devotion. Anybody?
Hold on. Somebody answered. Hold on. Somebody said he been on my eyes for a while, looking forward to me. Let me get my other glasses. You been a fan of the show for a while.
Yes, and looking forward to meeting us. Well, he said meeting you, but I know he meant us, all of us.
Born Sigma 84. What does the Sigma part mean?
That's a good question.
Could be a signature.
Tracy Nelson. What's going on, Tracy? How you doing?
My friend, look at Tracy. Good to see you, Tracy. Tracy, our friend, we had an interview with Tracy. We appreciate Tracy. Tracy was a victim of a scam, and I appreciate Tracy. We got him. He said, "No, just preach." He said, "No, he just."
Wow. Come in the show, please. We would like to see who you are.
I'm flattered. Listen, I'm flattered to hear that I really am. So that's always humble to tell me because people don't believe it. I'm just a plain old person. And
we all part of preacher.
Who? You said we are who?
I'm just letting him know we're all part of you. So if he wants to meet you,
oh my goodness, listen, this is trouble. Hey, Tracy, she said hello, Tracy. Listen, Tracy stand on business. Listen, Tracy stand on business. Y'all hear me? Mm-hmm. Tracy about business. Tracy said, listen, I want my money. And she deserve it too. Man,
that's
Tracy,
true. I'm just informing him.
Yeah. Dr. Joe, you can't be threatening. Thank you so much. Oh, what? I thought that was Quasia saying that. Laka don't you come here with that foolishness. No shit that would cause trouble. Well, no, we definitely appreciate everybody tonight. Appreciate y'all coming in, listening in, join us every Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Well, I can't hardly see what you got. Resident Joe, she's our licensed therapist. You got doctor who knows nothing about love. So all you gotta do, if you listen, we gotta get at least 5 minutes to relationships, minimum. Listen. So if you want to know about relationships, how to have the best
anything about love, I got the answer.
Anything about love, he got it. Listen to me. This man has helped my marriage. We have been married for over 29 years, correct, Tulin?
Mm-hmm.
Don't take that long. It is because every time he can do it. Think if we did Tola, all you got to do when he tell you something, it don't matter what he say. If he tell you, listen, stand there and make it, like if he tell me to stand there and make it work, we divorcing in the morning because we know it's not going to work. What he tell you? Listen, your marriage is going to be so much better. He told us sleep in separate beds. What we do? We sleep in the same bed. It's been better. I'm trying to tell you.
Do the opposite.
Marriage to work. Do the opposite. And then listen, we got Resident Joe. She is a licensed therapist.
Oh yeah.
So if you think you got problems, you don't know till she tell you got problems. You think, listen, I was gonna blow my brains out before I talk to you. Now I'm gonna blow my brains out. I'm gonna take cyanide and I'm gonna jump off a building.
Oh yeah,
better. And then we got Thule. What all Thule do?
Everything. A little bit of everything.
Thule, how did you get the name Thule?
That's a good question. You have a good question too. Okay.
Because you start wearing onesies.
Wow.
I do have to say it was so hard during this time to call you to say Twania, vote for Twania, vote for. I was like, who am I even talking about? Because I'm so not used to. I'm used to calling you by a nickname. I got used to it eventually. Twania
Smith. But she do. Listen, she make her own soap, Barack product. Y'all gonna Barack product. Put her. She makes her own all natural soap. She make all our soap, hand soap.
Yes, and I love them.
She does. She does a great job.
Y'all listen, the deodorant, she makes all natural deodorant. When I tell you it lasts all day, I'm talking about men or women, I can go. So I mean, when I sweat, I perspire hard. Now, one of my guys, one guy who used to be my friend, but I found out something about him and I can't be a friend anymore because he told me, he said, man, I let him got deodorant. I'm not going to call his name because what's my rules on calling people's names?
You won't call.
You only call it if you love them.
Because it don't make no sense. So Hayward had used the deodorant, right? I'm not going to tell you. So he used the deodorant. He was like, man, I'm telling you about your white deodorant. I thought he was going to be like, man, that stuff is good. I swear I knew that. I'm talking about it holds. I like, yeah, I know. Listen. You can wear it for 4 days straight. I was saying to myself, 4 days straight. How would he know that you can wear it for 4 days straight? And unless, what y'all think the key was? Look at Kenny. That's my boy, that Kenny. He said, peace and bless. Good to see you, Kenny. Appreciate you joining in with us. Listen, he going to tell us he don't want to deodorant for 4 days straight. Now, we're not responsible. Now, under his arm, this smell, but we can't. Now, it don't work. Does it work for the rest of his body too?
No.
So, Tula make her own soap, own deodorant. She make the lotion. Good. And what else she make?
She butter. She makes
the cake.
Chapsticks.
Yeah, she make chapsticks. I mean, all natural. Then she make something. Oh, don't you sell the pads for women?
Yeah,
got, all natural. That so if they bleed it extra.
Oils for the hair.
Yeah, oil for the hair, beard oil.
Oh, you know, and they got some stuff for men too.
Somebody threatening us. See, that's what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do? We're gonna get a police on him because I see we already got somebody looking at him. Please be careful. Why we gotta go with all the threatening? What's all the threatening for? Why folks just can't do right? What's all that? She makes soap, deodorant, shea butter, beard oil, breath spray. That's true. She makes all this. This is true.
She does.
Nika 8301, come in the show and
lotion. I said lotion and chapstick. She do.
Chapstick. I love her chapstick.
Products, all that. Who is that? Hold on. Somebody say get with us. Nika 830. She said get with us. Who is that?
Nika 8301.
Who you think,
8301? That would be last.
Oh no, they said get with us. Oh my good. I know who it is. Please stop. Is it her?
Yep.
Yeah, you already know that's the last four.
Is that Wilbur?
Right.
Is that Wilbur's owner?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Nika 8301, she owns her own pig, Wilbur. Do y'all have a picture of Wilbur?
I believe the Love Doctor has it.
You know what? I believe we can find a picture of Wilbur.
Find that picture of Wilbur.
I believe we can find that picture of Wilbur.
I didn't know you have bug spray, Smitty.
Bug spray?
The insect repellent, yeah.
She made that too?
I didn't know that. You see, you learn something.
Suntan lotion and sunblock.
Oh yes, it worked wonders. That's really good.
I would like to put an order for the bug spray.
Look at that. No, look, that's her pet pig. That's Wilbur. She had one with Wilbur. What a picture when Wilbur standing.
Oh yeah,
you the one.
Tuli, while he pulling it up, tell us how you got your name.
A young lady that worked with me. She gave it to me.
But where did it come from?
Tuli. She just started calling me Tuli at work, and I was like, okay, I like it and stuff.
That's
how she did. She gave it to me, so yep.
That's interesting. All right, well, thank you for sharing that, Tuli.
Yeah, thank you.
We learn something every other week.
Something else. I can't.
Exactly.
Well, don't let the money get you down.
All right, so
yeah, go ahead.
What else for today? What's going on with the show? Bueno.
What's going on?
Man, it's a lot of important issues going on today.
What's going on today?
Go ahead, let us know.
Whole lot of important issues going on.
Feel free to jump in. Just tell them what's going on.
I know that's right. Let's jump on in it. Well, I want to start with the first video that Tuli recommended. Tuli, do you want to set up that video? You want to go ahead and segue to that video?
Sure, Wayno. Let's see. Let's go.
I know you like that word segue.
The word that I like is actually infrastructure. That's my favorite word. Infrastructure is my favorite word because whenever you're in public setting or public speaking, if you use the word infrastructure, everybody instantly views you as being important and intellectual. Think about it. Ask me a question, Rod. Ask me any question.
What's your name?
You know what? What's more important is what are we going to name this infrastructure?
I can see it. It didn't do nothing.
See that right? Dr. Joe, ask me any question.
That's good.
Come on, Dr. Joe, ask me a question, please. Come on.
Where do you buy those sunglasses?
Oh, yeah.
Well, the purpose is we have to stimulate the economy so that we can stimulate and grow our infrastructure so we can have more options for glasses.
What does that have to do with the sunglasses?
Nothing.
This infrastructure is all about the sunglasses. Tuli, what question you have for me, Tuli? Come on, ask me a question, Tuli.
Okay.
Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Because it's the only way that we can improve our infrastructure.
You
can't fight it. You can't fight it. Everything, the word infrastructure, that's the answer to it. Listen, whenever y'all in the public meeting, how does that impact our infrastructure? If you ask that question, everybody like, wow, I didn't consider that. That is pretty cool. So my favorite word is indeed infrastructure. It's not segue. Segue is my third favorite word. My first favorite word is infrastructure. Second favorite word, onomatopoeia. There you go. No, that's it. That's it. Onomatopoeia.
I just sent a picture to put that Yoshi and her her and Wilbur doing something.
Anna Manu Pierce, second February.
Oh, this is too funny. This is too funny. If only I could get it. Give me a few minutes and I will load it up in there.
Said it. Someone said it.
I got it. Oh, this is hilarious. I'm looking at it now. This is hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Yoshi Esther sent it to me.
Oh, she sent it to you?
Yeah, right. Whatever.
Richard, where do you find this stuff?
Okay. I was off.
I don't know.
Someone told me they couldn't talk. They had their notification on. I was calling them. I was trying to take care of some business. They told me they couldn't talk because they had their notification on. But when they get fed, they would tell me about someone they was talking to that Dwayne we need them to take care of because we have some business we have to take care of. They said they would get with me after the show to update me. They asked me to please talk about Hayward some more. So Hayward is the kind of chimp. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That when she went and she participated when Wilbur had show and tell day. And Nika went down to the school to help Wilbur perform a dance he had learned. Look at it. That is so cute. Look at her boots on. She got the boots with the fur. Yeah. Nika, you doing your thing. Look at her Wilbur. That is secret. He just liked it. That's it. Oh, yeah. Tell yourself something. People know who Pig that is. The girl that's from that's what part of Oklahoma? I'm from Hugo. Nobody's ever heard of Hugo. Sad part is she kind of right. People are easily wooed by words longer than 6 letters. That's true. Primetime said that. We appreciate it, Primetime.
That's true, Primetime. You telling the truth. That's all you got to do, man. Use the word infrastructure time.
Oh, look at that. Andrew said Miss Commissioner Post 1. That's right. Also, for those that didn't know, Tulip won her election. She won
That's right.
Election. She is now Rockdale County new Post 1 Commissioner elect.
Yeah.
They have the official numbers out, certified.
That was the stick number. I just have to say. Stick.
For that. Oh, she said she's from Herlo.
Yeah.
Blood a towel bleeding?
Oh, what happened?
Yeah, it's a flag bleeding. I don't know.
Bleeding?
Oh, a flag. Oh, like it's probably for what you Jiggy? You know.
Yeah, Quay said, "Go, Mom! Congratulations."
Thank you, Quay.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Quay.
One and Hendrick. Thank you.
Real hard with Commissioner Smitty Smith.
Oh,
man, look at that. True. Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
She's so Commissioner right there. And Tracy hit me and let me know we need her in now. We appreciate you so much, Tracy. She's definitely here.
Oh,
Oklahoma does not claim her a Wilbur.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, they don't. They don't claim her. They don't claim you, Yoshi, and they don't claim Wilbur. Where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? She loved Hee Haw. I searched the world over it, thought I found you love. You met another and you were gone. That's her favorite song.
No, she told me her favorite song. Her favorite song is Down by the Bay, where the watermelon grew. Back to my home. I dare not go.
No, don't.
For if I do,
if you do,
my mother would say
what she will say.
Have you ever seen a bear combing his hair down by the bay? Come on, y'all got to join in with me.
Here's the question: why would a bear be by the bay? I've never heard of a
comb his hair.
To comb his hair.
Listen, y'all got to join in. If you join in with me, it'll make more sense. Let's go again. Repeat after me. Are y'all ready?
Name of it. Try it. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Do down by the bay.
Down by the bay.
Where the watermelons grow.
Where the watermelons grow.
Back to my home.
Back to my home.
I dare not go.
I dare not go.
For if I do.
Oh, if I do.
My mother would say.
My mom would say.
Have you ever seen a horse having intercourse down by the bay?
I used to sing those songs to the little kids. Look at you.
You remember a horse having intercourse? by the bay. What's going on with it? What kind of bay y'all at? I know what's his name? Odin Reddy said he was sitting at the dock bay. He didn't say he saw all that. Goodness.
Hey, it's just a song. It's just a song. I don't write this stuff. That's Yossi's face.
Wow, you know, if Valor can pick some cotton. Seriously, man, we definitely appreciate y'all. What we got going on in the news today, anyway? What do we have?
Ready, Tula? You ready for your story, Tula?
Oh, sure, that's fine.
All right, here we go.
Show the video. I can tell y'all.
What happened? Here we go.
News. Thank you.
It started. What happened? Let's pop it back up there. Let's get it back up there, Tula. We got to get it back up there. We're having a little technical difficulty. It was coming. Let's get it back up. All right, let's reload. Here we go.
Tow truck driver nearly crushed while trying to repossess another.
Woo.
The video is unbelievable. Look at this. A tow truck driver nearly crushed while trying to repossess another man's car. You can see the driver backing up and flipping his SUV off the tow truck ramp. Police say people fall behind on payments. Some will do anything to keep their cars.
Oh, yeah. Atlanta News First consumer investigator Better Call Harry is here. And Harry, how is that tow truck driver doing tonight? This looked nasty.
Yeah, and I cannot believe how he managed to get in that truck at the very last second. He's fine. The tow truck driver says he's fine, and he's got plenty of business because Georgia has one of the highest repossession rates in the U.S.
Mercedes.
Witnesses inside a Conyers title pond know something isn't right. The driver in this Mercedes SUV talked to a tow truck driver who has paperwork to repossess his car. The tow truck driver is on the left, and he is blocking the driver with his truck. Video picks up after the driver pulls forward.
That guy was coming over that curb trying to get away from that tow truck.
Keep recording.
Employees at the title pond tell Atlanta News First that the driver came in to apply for a loan. When he saw the tow truck, he got back in his car.
Tiffany, get my keys.
That's one of the employees worried about her car. It's this one. A minute later, she rushes outside to move it. She backs up, and watch this. The Mercedes-Benz driver decides he's backing up. There he goes, up the ramp and over.
What the hell?
What an idiot.
Oh, my gosh.
It's not worth that. It's not worth your life. It's not worth you putting somebody else in danger.
Conyers police say when the tow truck driver opened the passenger door, he had no place to go. Watch again. As the SUV backs up, the tow truck driver climbs into the car as it flips over. He didn't want to be on camera, but on his video, the tow truck driver is surprisingly calm.
You did that, not me.
Police say in any heated towing situation, you should call them.
That's what we are here for, to mediate the situation and to resolve the situation as best as we can.
This is extreme, but repossessions happen a lot. In fact, a 2023 consumer law firm study ranked Georgia in the top 5.
We are among the poorest states in the country.
Liz Coyle with the consumer advocacy group Georgia Watch says short of declaring bankruptcy, it is hard to stop a repossession. But owners do have rights. In Georgia, lenders are required to give owners 10 days notice before the repossession with the option to buy the car back until it's sold. The car will most likely go to auction, but even then, the owner could get some of that money back.
In some cases, if a car is repossessed on the original loan, on the original financing, the car can be resold to cover the cost of the debt, but they have to give, if the car is worth more than they owed, they have to give the consumer what's called the surplus.
But there's no surplus here.
I pulled up to repossess this Mercedes. Dude drives over my bed and flips his car.
Conyers police arrested the car's owner for reckless driving and a stolen gun. He trashed the car and spent 2 nights at the Rockdale County Jail.
Good job.
I want to give you a takeaway from this story. It's an important one. And by the way, Georgia Watch, the nonprofit advocacy group, hates title loans because you end up in an endless cycle of debt. But they told us about a nonprofit lender whose goal is to put drivers in a car they can afford. Let's go ahead and show that website. It is called On the Road Lending. Write this down. We'll also have it on our website. And you do not have to have good credit. However, you do have to be interviewed so they can evaluate your budget. And look at this. They only finance affordable and reliable cars. So you see they're on the list. Honda, Toyota, Hyundai. It is only available in 5 states, and Georgia is one of them. Tracy Allen.
Yeah, just incredible that no one was seriously hurt. Just not worth it. Harry, thank you.
Wow. That on the road lending, y'all heard that?
You know where that is, Tony?
That is great. Tell me where that place flipped up at. I know all the people over there. I know the owners of that place.
I bet you do.
Yeah, I know all of them. They all know me. Yeah. Wow. I put y'all on mute. I gotta make a call right there instant.
Wow.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Anyway, so yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting, and that happened here.
Goodness gracious.
You know what? And I'm surprised that the repossessor guy did not get hurt, because I thought his leg had been, because he got in the car when he was backing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was on the opposite side of where the wheel is at. What was he doing?
Getting inside the car. They take their job way too serious. I would not risk my life.
But I mean, how was he trying to get? I mean, how somebody's foot was on some way? You got his foot on the gas. How did that work?
The driver was in the car. What do you mean? The tow truck driver was on the side, the one that we see. The driver, the owner, is on the inside. We don't see the driver.
So who was the black dude that walked up to it?
The owner, right?
Yeah.
That black dude wasn't in the car. That black dude was out the car and walked up to it.
I think they forwarded.
Yeah.
He had already come out and then he walked towards the car.
Oh, well, he was unfazed.
Yeah, nothing happened to him. Like, that's what they said. And he was calm. And they found a gun that was stolen in there. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's why he reacted like that.
No, I think he just didn't want to lose his car. I mean,
he didn't want to walk home. You know how hard it is like that though?
The crazy part is he would have gotten the loan, the car would have been gone, so he would have got the money. That would have been just a whole nother situation with.
No, he was coming up though. He was gonna come up. He was gonna run the play. That's what he was doing.
But how does that work? You don't, when he turned the car over, wouldn't it be totaled and his insurance covered?
No.
Car is total. That car definitely is total, but if he owes it, the insurance company would pay the people that.
I don't know if that car is totaled or not.
Yeah, it is. That's what the news.
He got squished.
So like total don't necessarily mean that. Total is a math equation, believe it or not. What total means is total means mathematically
the money. Right.
Does it cost more to repair the car than the value of the car? So the way that it'll work is they'll actually make an assessment of the damages. The car is just upside down, but it looks like the overall, drivetrain, everything underneath the car is pretty much fine. It just look like it's going to have some body damage, and you got to reset the airbags. If that car was a newer car meaning within the last 5 years, then there's a very well a possibility that it might not be considered a total loss.
Yeah, but aren't those yeah, you're right. You might be right. Yeah, you're right.
Listen, it's all about the infrastructure, okay?
The infrastructure of the car.
That's what it's all about.
Well, one good thing to know that we learned that you can go to On the Road Lending for help if you
all
need.
Right. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to make a call. I got people over there. I know everybody, all their stores. I know all the people. I know they district, everybody. Yeah, so what happened? He had a loan with another title pond that was in Conyers. And trying to get a loan from that one, but they had a track on the vehicle. So they tracked him. Yes, that's how they tracked him now. And the tow truck came and bagged it and locked him in. So he drove it over, as we see in the video. And like they say he was arrested for that, reckless driving. Plus, he had somebody in there. He can also be sued. Sure, that guy's an older guy. He could have killed that guy. Had he not jumped in that truck, he could have killed him.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Now you went. It worked out for the other title pond place, Unique Funding, because now that car's gonna be paid off. So now they're getting all their money now.
Oh, they're getting their money back. Absolutely.
Yeah, because you had to have insurance on it.
Right.
And he's gonna lose his insurance. He won't be able to get insurance again because you got one for reckless driving. So you get insurance, it's gonna be not to mention you probably gonna get sued. That's an older guy. He probably doing fine at that moment because you're adrenaline enough. You don't have to be sued. He didn't. The door wasn't even closed. Saw the door actually folded back.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure he's hurt. He's an older guy. I'm sure he
Right.
was the next day as the day was going on. Your adrenaline really got you. You think about dying, and now you looking at you just took a risk, man. That just was so devastating. I don't know. That's crazy. But it just show you the time we live in. And people make decisions, and I try to talk to our young people about that. Learn how to problem solve.
Yeah,
and we just happen to own a car lot, so you just look at how dangerous people are, and they don't like people to come out with a gun when their car getting towed or repo. And what's crazy is how do you get all of your rights when you haven't paid? That's someone else's property, and you're gonna hold a wheel of gun and somebody says, "Well, I paid all this money." But you didn't pay it off. If I owe my car was getting repossessed, I wouldn't hide my car. I mean, what's the purpose of hiding it? They're gonna get it. Not only do it be somewhere and I get it snatched, now I'm without my car and I'm stuck somewhere. So for me, you can call people a lot of times and work out stuff. We have somebody here to pay here, we'll do periodically. And you try to tell people, you get with people and you let people know what your situation is, and you keep people abreast on what you're doing. You make something, people to deal with you, but they don't answer and then cut the food when it's time to give back people their property. You're dealing with, hey, you got somebody else's property. Someone gave you an opportunity and a chance to say, hey, I'll give you the money. You can't afford to pay for it. That's the first thing. Okay, you can't afford to pay for it. So what I'll do, I'll pay for it. And I'll charge you a monthly fee since you didn't have whatever the amount. You didn't have 5,000, 15,000, 100 plus thousands, whatever. And you pay me back my money. So when people saying, hey, give me my money, people are not asking for something crazy when they want the property back. You didn't pay. You don't have a right to come out with a gun and endanger somebody else's life. And at that point, he lost everything. Stolen gun.
Yes.
Now you went to no vehicle.
Yep.
Now, Unique Funding is going to be paid off. And you're looking at criminal actions. You're looking at that man suing you. You know what I'm saying? So you put now, when you get another vehicle, now you got to deal with what your insurance rate going to be. Was it really worth it? You could have gave them back that car, dropped your insurance, worked out something else to get another vehicle, but now you got all these charges now. Your life just went to a worse situation. That's all.
He made it worse.
So what say you? What else we got going on in the news? Isn't Donald Trump supposed to be coming here, somebody? Well, that's just me thinking.
Oh, they got him in the news about he went to your last church you made appearance at.
Put it up. I'm gonna say it.
But I don't know if he's coming to the news just yet. I'm sorry, I don't know what's his schedule like when he's coming to Atlanta. I don't think he's probably trying to avoid Atlanta for now.
Oh yeah.
You have it in there?
You hear that? He said he could have got away if he'd have stopped and busted left. There you go. Give him tips on how to get away when you owe people money. There's a tracker on the car. It was gonna find him anyway. So it didn't matter if it wasn't there, you were gonna get snapped. There's a tracker. That's what they did. They have people that watch the tracker. They caught the car sitting still. They were going to leave there with the vehicle. He was gonna be stuck there all day. He was gonna lose the vehicle.
He would have hurt the other guy even more. Like the guy was
could have killed that older guy. You talking about fast thinking? That could have went so much worse.
Oh, yeah.
You know, somebody like that. That's got to be Sean. We got somebody home to kill that. How you pronounce that? Fodalo. 2 mics in the mind. Best broadcast on the planet. The Fantastic Four. We appreciate that, Confederate. We definitely appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, appreciate what you're doing. Hope you're feeling well, too.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate all of y'all, our followers and everybody. He said it's a joke. It's a, what is that? It's a joke. But yeah, honey, tell me to stop the bus to left. Yeah, I hear your joke. Anyway, hey, what are we gonna do? We live in a crazy world. Did y'all see some of the disasters? Like you saw Detroit? I said that out to y'all guys earlier.
Man, we definitely live in a crazy world. It was
with this weather going, you would think people would start, really sitting around thinking about decisions, thinking about doing something different. This is the weather is like so unpredictable. It's like, goodness, man, you don't know what's coming from day to day. Every day you wake up, somebody getting hit by some kind of catastrophe. Every day. It's a flood, it's a tornado, it's something that's just like, destroying, and it's in mass numbers and drove. I think in Russia, was it 80-some thousand? Let me say something. I said something to you guys. I'm trying to remember what it was. I said something to you guys. Okay. Man, so many people breaking out from American missions. Mediterranean was South. Well, let me see. Let me say, okay. Let me see something. Let me see what happened. I had something I was gonna sing. You know what? I have been so busy with campaign and everything we've been doing. I feel like I was winning. How about y'all? We listen. I didn't feel right coming home today. I felt like I was supposed
Me too. I was like,
I told him,
I had too much free time.
I said, I got to just go in the corner, just stand and hold a sign. Brandon Lewis said, "Shalom." How we doing, Brandon? That's been a long time. Been a long time. Hey, Brandon, where you been? You got to come and pay. You got to pay your 2 mics on the mind dues.
There was another.
Go ahead.
Incident. Oh, where is it?
You gonna send it to me? If you send it to me, I can post it. In the meantime, too, I had an incident I want to share with you.
Sure, go right ahead.
It's a quick 30-second clip, if that's all right with you guys. It's an update. Update on a gentleman by the name of Bishop Lamar Whitehead. Let's take a closer look.
Sentenced to 9 years in prison for fraud. You may remember 2 years ago, Lamar Whitehead was robbed at gunpoint during Sunday service. He was convicted in March for wire fraud, extortion, and making false statements to federal law enforcement agents. Prosecutors say Bishop Whitehead stole thousands of dollars from his parishioners to buy luxury goods and sought to defraud and extort a businessman and commit loan fraud.
That's the guy. Y'all remember him?
With celebrity
church he had got shot at.
I don't know. Yeah, I think before he said that celebrities came in, gave him money, felt sorry for him.
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, these people. I mean, I don't get it. But the thing is with me, I can't get over is the fact that people will love people. I mean, they'll say love people. They'll say a lot of bad people, and they don't realize. And I told somebody earlier today about it. If you want to get rid of bad preachers, it's like politics. You don't support them. Anytime you support, poor leadership, it doesn't get better. At some point, you have to start saying, walk away. There are so many people that are in religious institutions that know for a fact that their pastor is either a switch hitter, with a wife. I mean, he can bat from both sides. I'm a right-hand batter. That's it. You won't catch me on the other side of the plate. But either that or they'll know, something, or he having an affair with the women in the congregation. And people still sit there. They'll talk about him, they'll criticize him, but they'll still stay there. And for the life of me, I cannot understand it. I just don't get it. Why would you stay there and you talk about it when you don't agree with it? And it's like, you just, the people have to voice their opinion. You don't have to be violently disagreeable, but you have to, make your voice heard by not supporting it. You know what I'm saying? By electing better people. There's so many other alternatives other than, I'm just gonna talk about my pastor. I'm just gonna say him. The last congregation I was a member of, when I disagreed with my pastor, did not sit and I talk about it. I left. And I wouldn't have said nothing about him then until he told a lie on me. Other than that, at that point, the bets were off. But other than that, you just leave people, just do something different. You make people consider, why did you leave? I say I didn't agree with what you were doing. But to sit here and you go along with it, then you go and hit other people and tell other people that, I just think that's nonsense to me. Why stay? You have the power, people. And just like with this election, this happened. I've seen so many people that didn't vote, that would not vote. It's scary how many people sit around and don't get involved. But a lot of that is your peers. I was with people like that years when I was in the street. I think the first time I voted, I probably was 18 the first time I voted. Then, you kind of, I'm in the street, so you kind of not interested. When I was in the street, I was a drug dealer. You definitely don't worry about voting. You care less about a politician. You just want to try to sell drugs. But, you get out here in real life, you start considering how people make an effect on your life and your everyday life. You know how people can affect you. We know what you spend at the grocery store, how much gas you put in your vehicle. They control whether or not you have a job in the morning because of policies and legislations. You could very well be sitting at home. You just thought, people say luck of the draw, or things happen, or it's just fate. Okay, to a degree, but let's just be practical. It's the people that we elect. It's the people that we allow. And it hurts us. Like what you hear from the pulpit, a pastor has so much, I wouldn't say credit. Well, of course, credibility, but they play such a large part of dynamics of the way people think. And they are major programmers of people. So you have to really be careful about what you let hear. Especially from when people when it comes to religion, I think that's one of the places where people drop their guards at. When I think your guard should be up. People will watch a politician, but they'll drop their guard when it comes down to a preacher. You have to be careful of the message, because the message could be leading to the message could be leading you to a false direction. So it's a lot of things I see that go on out here today that I see where people are really not conscious a lot of times. And a lot of times you're not looking at who's feeding you information, the groups you might get yourself connected in. Prayer group, Bible study groups at people home. I've never been a part of it. Never. It's always been something I've been leery of with people. Private Bible study. Let's just get together. Before I was a preacher, I never was a fan of it. I never attended. I was never one when I became. This is all get together, because now you leave things open to people versus let's sit down and have people that's actually qualified, who actually understand the literature and know, and understand the proper context when you're teaching it. Just a bunch of people sitting around because you feel good and you feel like the spirit moving on you is not a recipe for let's just get together and do it.
Right.
That's me though. We're going to voting local. He's definitely right.
Yeah.
Local elections affect you more than those on a larger scale.
Let me ask you this, because I know my mindset used to be, to don't vote and things of that nature. And I think maybe perhaps a lot of it just being ignorant or void of information. What I do know about local politics is really not public. It's not advertised. It's like not on mainstream media. So I think a lot of people may just really don't even be aware of what's really going on.
What changed your mind about voting?
My leadership. My pastor enlightened me on some things, because I was just more so along the way of being defeated. My first time ever voting was when I was 18. I was a part of that big old Florida voting fraud thing
where I think they
just say you voted. Don't say you was a part of the voter fraud thing. You want to
well.
Well,
I say a part of it is because I felt like I was duped because they were saying the election fraud and all that stuff, Al Gore, and they was finding other ballots and they're still finding more votes out beyond the election. And I was like, wow, I just feel duped about the whole ordeal. And that's my first time ever voting. It's a real bad taste in my mouth. And I heard all the rumors, or the stereotypes saying, hey, you ought to vote this way or always vote incumbent and you always do this other stuff. So I think in school, had they taught me actually about local politics, at a minimum, they should at least taught me about voting precincts. What is a voting precinct and what voting precinct do I live in? That would make me a lot more informed, but it's just like it's totally oblivious. I never hear about it.
That's right. I mean, yeah, I think again, it's peer groups. You have to be careful of people that you kind of group yourself in with because believe it or not, they play a large mentality of it plays a large majority of the way you kind of think and the way you process things and how proactive you become when it comes down to issues. A lot of people are more water cooler. We argue and talk about it in a line somewhere at a convenience store or a grocery store or somewhere else. And some people are more adamant about let's make change, to protesting, to gathering. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to elect someone, or even themselves trying to become electable. So there's so many things that people can do that they don't do. And your peer groups, you gotta be careful. That's why a lot of stuff they watch on TV, you gotta be careful about what people watch on TV. A lot of TV programs are designed to make people lazy.
That's true.
Kick
But
back,
distract you. It's a distraction.
When you kick back and relax, how defensive are you? Your defense is down. Your defense is up at red lights. Your defenses are up when you ride through bad neighborhoods. Your defense is up when you see an accident about to happen. Your defenses are up. You see what I'm saying? Your defense is up in crowded places. So when you come home, you pretty much drop your defense. Because you're comfortable, you're at home, you're safe, you're away from the world. And now what do you typically do? Cut on the television. So now this media that you listen to, whether they're gonna holler about media, all of it is media. It's just gonna be what are you gonna sit down? What's your particulars when you sit down, what you listen to. I try to teach the members at the way y'all. I teach them about how to watch television. Those that are watching, I'm strict for telling them when you watch a program, pay attention to things. I said not just the picture. Look at the credits. Like years ago, when I went to the movie, as soon as you leave, the credits are gonna it'll be a few people set there. So we'll let the people go. I never paid attention to the credits. They give credits to people saying, listen, this is the person that found the location. This is the person that found, this is the person that created the music. This is the person that was the clothes designer. All these people are important. That's why they get them credit, because all these people came together as a conglomerate. And they sit here and they hypnotized you for 60 minutes, for an hour and 39 minutes, for an hour and 58 minutes, for 2 hours and 10 minutes. All these people worked this together. And when they formulated it, they held your attention. They didn't just hold your attention. You got to look at who bought the movie. There are other people who bought into the movie who use advertisement. Look at what drinks they're drinking. Look at what alcohol they're drinking. Look at the name of stores when you're riding down the street, because all of these people played a part of duking you, and you need to look at that. I want to know. I mean, hey, I don't know the person, but if I ever see their name again, I know you. You do locations. I know you. You do sound. You do effects. All these things, effects play a part. That's how they get you in. And you don't realize all your surrounding, you got to watch people that you have in your group play a part of your effect, whether you are effective or whether you are ineffective. All these people play a part. Man, don't worry, man. Bump that jump, man. Man, go on, man. Everybody got time for this. These people are scripted in your life. and they play a part of you being non-performing. Let me tell you something. I deal with a lot of people from different walks of life. I tell people all the time, people around tell no one affects Tony Smith. I am my own person. I'm minded to do what I need to do. I don't let listen, if nobody around me do nothing, I assure you they don't affect me. That is your choice. I learned people are where they are for a reason. I am where I am for a reason because I'm going to be proactive. This show is called Two Mics and a Mind. I assure you, I always mind. When somebody says, excuse me, if you don't mind, you let them know you always mind. What say? What say you? What say you?
That's right. Absolutely right.
But that's something people don't consider.
Somebody said, "Congratulations! I cried with y'all when they said the amount she won by."
Oh, that's CJ. Hey, thank you, CJ. I've seen this podcast from time to time. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, CJ, appreciate it. Yeah, he did. He told me he wanted to interview me before too. Yeah, CJ has a show. What is the name of the show? Chatting It Up with CJ. That's it. And y'all, yeah, he's a Rockdale local. We appreciate him too. Too, you was on his show before too.
Yeah. I saw it.
Yeah,
hello, CJ.
There's a article, there's a situation that happened in the jails, and I'm just curious as to how this happened with the gun. There was a Georgia inmate shot and killed a kitchen worker and killed himself. Yes, Georgia inmate had access to a gun, killed the lady he had a relationship with that worked in a jail, and killed himself.
That's scary.
And he had access to a gun.
I have so many questions. This is a social worker, you said?
No.
Regular worker. Oh, a
yes.
kitchen worker he killed. And then how did he get this gun? They don't mention it.
They don't know how of course it was smuggled in, but by whom they don't know. But yes.
Why did he kill her?
They were in a killed her, but it's being said that they were in a personal relationship.
I think that means sexual relationship.
Do you think? Yeah, of course. I'm sure.
Yes. So anyway, they know that the gun was smuggled in by an employee or somebody that was contracted to work there. So yeah.
Oh, in that jail. Somebody said they had a serious contraband problem in that jail.
And it's in Georgia.
That's insane.
What's the name of the jail? Did they tell me?
The head was fired in the jail. In that jail, they have a serious contraband problem in the jail.
Prison.
Who?
Prison.
State prison.
Oh, state prison.
That's like
state prison. That is in Glenville, Georgia.
Oh, he said,
I always wonder. I mean, nothing against, I feel men have to have the opportunity everyone else have, but how are women okay with, you meet this person and you start a whole relationship? I mean, it's like, to me, how did that happen? And then I would like to know what led them to this point where he shot her. I mean, this is
typically, let's think about it. It's not. I guess it's not hard. It led him to that situation because he felt like she probably gotten involved with somebody else.
Right.
See, you gotta remember your time in. She gets to go out. So a lot of times he's looking at the prison's gonna love hard and they'll attach to anybody because let me tell you something. When you locked up, anybody who will take your phone call, you will get emotional for them because they're taking your calls. They're paying for these calls. They're putting the time in. They'll put money on the books. He's getting to see her. If she works in the kitchen, that means 9 times out of 10 he was a trustee, which means he would go in and out and see her. So they got some time between there. That time was precious time for him. Then you're looking at if she's doing it with you, you ain't the only person a lot of time. You might be the first, but it's a lot of guys come through there. And no doubt she probably got him the weapon, snuck it in, and now it wound up backfiring where he used it on her. That's the thing you look at with these love triangles. You gotta be careful.
Another love triangle. There was another shooting in Rockdale County.
Wow.
I heard. Do we have videos or an article about that?
Yes.
See, you know about that. And let me tell you about that. Why y'all went to get it. Also, you need to know that if it was in a Jamaican prison, they got answers because of oxtails.
That's right.
You see it went out.
He gotta be related to Wayno. There's no way he's got to. I see
So the lady was shot. This was this morning. She has 2 kids. So what she did was she went over to, I guess, the guy that she's pregnant by his home to tell him that she's pregnant, and his other girlfriend who was there is the one that
she the one that shot her.
The pregnant girl.
The other girl, yes, the pregnant girl was shot by the baby, the man who got her pregnant. Current girl.
That's true.
Wow.
Think it was. Oh, he said he think it was domestic. That's what CJ said.
What it was.
Also, another one I guessed on. We appreciate we got Commissioner Lena Sanders from down in Newton County. We appreciate her. They appreciate her with us today too. Appreciate you so much, Elena, coming on here with us. So that is crazy. So, do we have a story about what happened?
Yes, I had a video. We can play the video.
If she want to say something,
the Rockdale County neighborhood leave a woman dead.
Detectives tell us the suspect didn't get far. She was taken into custody on I-20. Good Day's Mark Teichner just got some new information. He's live now in Rockdale County. Mark, what have you learned?
Yeah, guys, this is simply a heartbreaking situation. We've been told by family members that the victim was a mother of 2, but also had just found out that she was pregnant yet again. In fact, she was at this house that you are looking at here on Gulfview Terrace to let her boyfriend know that she was pregnant. It's his house when, according to family members, the other girlfriend of that boyfriend showed up at the house. Things escalated, and next thing you know, gunfire had rung out, and this woman ended up dead. The victim, described by family members as being about 24 to 25 years old. Her 2 other children are 4 and 5-year-olds. At this point, we don't have a lot of information about the suspect. We do know that a woman was taken into custody by sheriff officials. They say that they were able to make that apprehension fairly quickly because of some information that they actually got from people in the area.
While my cousin was here, the female had came and she knocked on the door. Her and the female got into an altercation, which led to him and my cousin getting into an altercation, and then the female shot my cousin in the head.
And then she, according to family members, fled. And according to law enforcement, they ended up making that arrest, taking that suspect into custody on the interstate. It's only about 2 miles from here. They pulled her over. We saw a vehicle matching the description of the vehicle that police were and sheriff deputies were, in fact, looking for, being towed away with sheriff vehicles in tow behind it. Now, of course, we're going to stay on top of the story throughout the day, and we'll let you know as we get more information. But for now, that's the latest from here in Rockdale County. I'm Mark Teichner for Good Day Atlanta.
Oh, that's sad. And now you got a lady. Again, we talk about problem solving. There has to be another solution besides immediately going to a gun and shooting somebody, especially when, okay, if this your boyfriend, he's shooting somebody else, how much of your boyfriend was it? Do we get mad at the girl? Or do we get mad at the person who has the 2 girlfriends? Do we look at, what do we do? Okay, you killed him, you still look at going to jail. Problem solving. You cut him off. That's his baby mama. That's who you got. That's what you want to do. Ladies, you got to be smart enough to realize you got to know how to walk away. That's why I said we got to get to problem solving. If we don't teach our people how to problem solve, especially when I talk about this with our young people, how important it is for them to realize other than suicide, to tune in and watch great show. We appreciate, you know, we can kick you up here too now, Elena. We can put you up here. You can talk now. We got you up there anytime you want to say something. We appreciate you, Elena. A very smart sister, commissioner, post one down in Newton County, Georgia. And our young people, you know, I talk with our young people a lot about that. Having other solutions besides killing yourself or killing somebody. We're in such a heightened state, and people don't realize how much your government plays a part of your thinking. We're in the worst economy. We're in the worst job market. We're in healthcare. It's in the worst. We're in the worst health we've ever been in. So with all this being said, I mean, housing market is just dilapidated because of interest rates. You know, we should be flourishing right now, but we can't. And I taught this message before, teaching these people about the different inflations and where we're sitting at now, trying to get you to see how this whole thing is strategized to keep people from moving forward. When you got people in a prosperous situation, you got a people that's more vibrant. You got a people that are thinkers. When you put people in a crunch, what do people typically do? Most people don't know how to get out in a crunch, and they know that. So what's the answer? You looking at me, you don't know who you effing with. I blow your brains out. You cut me off. You didn't signal when you turned. You bumped into me. You stepped on my shoe. Everybody is so cringed right now to make it. Survival looks like it's not even, it's possible. So what do people do in a crunch? People typically don't come out with survival skills. We've lost that because we trusted in a system that failed us. People have failed us. And when you have good people, you don't come out and support good people. You leave good people to die. And it's bad that people are put all the pressure on one person to do everything. When you get good people, you have to stay in behind good people to make sure you keep them honest and to let them know, I'm supporting you as long as you're doing the right thing. We leave people open and just leave it in their hands, and then we complain when it's messed up. Look at when you get it. Along the way, you should have been a part of the process so you were aware and know what's going on. This is what we got to try to alert our people into trying to learn how to do. Learn how the system works. When they set the system up here in America, they set up for a reason. They knew we didn't know the system, so when we got ground up by the system, you blame the system. When you really need to know, how does the system work? Then we educate our people to work how to inside the system. You remember double dutching? You remember jump rope?
Yes.
You know, when they had two people on end and people learned it. Then when you start doing the double dutch, people couldn't do it. It was coming out too. There were people learn how to get in and they learn how to step with the rope. They learn how to move with the pace. And that's what we got to teach our people how to do. In this system, you got to know how to double dutch. If you're a one rope skipper, you're not going to make it because it's constantly changing. They'll come out when you catch on, they're constantly trying to reinvent the system or bring in other avenues to the system. So you got to learn how to move. What CJ say? Too much hatred when needed, when need to love one another, which is the number one commandment, love one another. Not number one, but that's a good one though. That's a good one for them to do, CJ. It's not number one actually. Here, old Yasharal Yahuwah is one Elohim. It's actually the first one. So that was the first one he gave them. That was they supposed to know that he was the Elohim, which is Elohim means the supreme ruler. They'll say the title God, but it's not. That's the title. It's Elohim, which is supreme ruler. So, but people, in order for people to love each other, CJ, truthfully, people have to learn how to love themselves.
That's right.
To teach me to say, Tony, you have to love people. You're really talking a foreign tongue to me unless I love myself. Remember, the script that he gave you, he told you that you had to love them like you love yourself. See, you can't tell a person to love somebody if they don't love themselves. If I'm talking about, oh, who you effing talking to? I love, whenever people come out with their defense, it's because they don't know. I love people come out with a hard defense, it's because they don't know. You have to teach people how to love themselves. What is loving yourself involved? You know, how do you treat yourself? What, you know, how do you prioritize things for yourself? How do you look at yourself, you know, as far as in a respect manner, how you viewed about other people? I don't give a F how people feel, how do people, all of these are just defensive for I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to educate. I really, you know, I thought you could just tell people they know. You can't. You have to really teach people to enrich them. He said, yes, that is the number one. Then love one another. Yeah, we're going to get to that. Then he won, and you got to love him with all your heart. And that's putting them primary, putting them first and focus. Then you start looking at self, and then you start looking at people. I teach people we're interdependent. We're being interdependent. We need one another. We feed off each other. We're energy sources. Sometimes you're tired. Think about it. You've ever been crying because a hurt or pain or loss of someone? Someone come up and rub your back. Hey, somebody come up and hold you. Hey, it's gonna be okay. You feel the energy, the care from them. Hey, you're gonna be all right. Hey, hey, hang in here. We're energy sources. We feed off each other. People don't realize that, and that's something we got to teach them.
That's right.
Tula sang a song, What the World Needs Now.
Okay.
Okay, that's that. You lost that one. Then you gonna say something to us?
I decline. Huh?
All right, so Elena, she gonna say something to us because Tula won't sing, so Tula's cut. There she go. Elena.
Hello, everyone.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Well, I was just back here listening. Good show. Especially what you were talking about, how to love one another, commandments. But it's just that we as a people have to first respect one another. I think that's where we lost a lot of it, is the respect factor for one another. And it also starts, and I hate to say this, but it also starts at home. A lot of people have not received that love at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't know how to show it to others. So if you've never been loved, then how can you show it to somebody else if you don't love yourself? So it also starts with ourselves first. And once we know that we love ourselves, and everybody always tell me that you love yourself too much. Well, if I don't love myself, then who else will love me first? I have to start here first in order to show somebody how I should be loved. And so once people love themselves and they know how to show it to others. So I was back here listening. Great dialogue, great conversation. And this is great. Thank you so much, Pastor. Hello, Commissioner.
Hey, girl.
Congratulations. You better take up some things in Rockdale County.
Yeah, we did a little something. Yeah, big thing.
I'm sorry, I got you off topic. I'm sorry.
No, no.
Lawyer.
Now we honored to have you on here too, and whether Newton County know it or not, I told them they have a great post one commissioner down now, and Newton County like to show up and support down now, and they don't realize that good people don't come around every day, and people that's honest and genuine, and and that it's sad that that people, it ain't just our people in general, have put the dollar in front of the care for people. And I know that's the type of person you are. And, you could pick up people when people are genuine, people real about people. And it's rare. And it's not hard to pick them up because the average person is really out for themselves, on a sense, you know what I'm saying, of what they can get. And they don't look at the long term of, putting back. That's what the whole thing was about. Even when they read about it, the first thing when he told everything was doing good, it was replenish, put back. So if I got to put back, I've got to be cautious about how much I take. It's like a kid. I teach some of my members about their little kids. I said, don't let them take all their toys out. I said, when they do, make them put back. When they start looking at how much they're taking out and how much they got to put back, then you become more cognizant of what you're doing. But now we teach people to just take, and nobody learns how to put back. So we got a lot of work we got to do just in the world in itself. And I know it's a big world, and people are like, how are you going to change all these people? One person at a time. You hear that, Atlanta? He said he need to have you on his show.
Yeah, give me a call. I'm honored.
That's right. She's a sweetheart. That's right. CJ said he need to have you on his show. He said we broke 2 records: first women CEO and first all women board of commissioners. They did. That's right. Rockdale County did that for the state of Georgia. First time to have all women, and the first time to have.
Well, actually, Cobb County is all female as well. So y'all joined with Cobb County.
Oh, they was also the first. This time,
yeah, they were the first all female board in Cobb County.
Was it elected this year, or was it?
They were elected 4 years ago in 2020.
Oh, why they told us it's historic? Then what's historic?
All female board. Yeah.
They were saying it with Georgia. That's okay. That's all right. Well, listen, women doing great things. We just need the right women in there.
And that's the key.
That's it. The right women make a difference, people.
That's the key.
That's the truth. So y'all also got another one running down now. She's running in November. My best friend down now. She's Miss Trouble, Denise.
Yes.
She'll be running November. Yeah, November. What's November the 5th?
Yes, when she win this election, she will be the first African American to win that position and the first African American female to be in that spot. And the first, if she happens to flip that seat, she'll be the first Democrat to flip it.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
So y'all come out and support her. Don't do like y'all did and messed over down there before y'all not show up. Y'all come on, people.
Yeah, you gotta show up to vote. Can't complain. And I know it's cliche, you can't complain if you don't vote. And how you was I was listening to some of the dialogues you had and some of the video footages that you were showing where you was talking about various things. And I tell people, if you don't vote, I was talking to one I have to say African American man, young man, and I told him, I said, why you don't vote? He said he don't believe in the system. And so I had to break it down. When you tell people about voting, you got to go down to that. I wouldn't say go down to the level, but you got to meet them where they are.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, let me tell you this. You vote for your sheriff, you vote for your DA, you vote for your judge. You're always saying they're trying to hold a black man down. They're always locking you up in mass incarceration, but you're not voting. So you didn't vote for your sheriff, you didn't vote for your DA, you didn't vote for your judge, the people who put the things in place that can lock you up. And when I said that, he thought about it, was like, okay, I'm gonna register to vote today. So they don't on that concept, because you can't just say somebody's holding you down and you're not doing something to change the dynamics of the people who have been holding you down.
I agree with you. You know, I when I was on the other side of the law, I didn't vote. I did. You know, older white man holding you down, older white man, the system, and you didn't realize. And this is me. Part of the system, I think, puts a lot of, especially black men, in the position to where you become in a criminal sense. And once you become criminal, you automatically lose your rights to vote. With that being said, your mindset changed because of the people you're around. Criminals don't sit around and look at, oh, we need to go and vote. They're looking at, we're trying to, you know, this is the life we got now. So everything we do is under the radar, which means we stay away from voting, stay away from voting, and you stay away from other opportunities that leave you on that side, that leave you in incarceration. And we get more mass incarceration out of black men, again, because of peer groups, because of misinformation, because of disinformation. So it's so important to educate them, just like what you said. Who are the people that arrest you? This is the law enforcement. You have a voice. Even like you said with the mayor, who picks the police chief, who can put pressure, say, hey, we need to make sure that we're not going here and we're race-based or we're stereotyping. So there are things that can be done, but if people don't voice themselves other than, like, let's go out and ride, let's tear up, that's not going to be the answer there, because they're not going to change no law because you tear up. You're just going to get yourself more quicker to get yourself incarcerated. You do what you do. We got to learn how to do it at the ballot box. We got to learn how to get candidates that we got that's electable. People that's going to go here and going to be for issues and be for change. That's what Newton County had. That's what Rockdale County is doing. Unfortunately, they made some bad decisions on not coming thinking. And that's something they didn't teach us either. A lot of these counties, the primary is it for county because they're heavily Democrat. A lot of people thinking, oh, I'm going in November. I got a next door neighbor. She's an educator. This woman, no. I asked her about voting. I said, well, you going to vote? She said, I might. I said, have you voted already? Early vote? She's like, no. I said, well, tomorrow's the last day, right? She said, I might vote. I am done. Do you know how much help I do? Yeah. This is an educator.
That's bad.
Of 40 years. If that's your mentality, what are you teaching our kids?
I told my daughter she can't hang around friends that don't vote.
See that? Hey, man, that's he's there looking at CJ said, come on now, you preaching. That's true. You can't support me by sending stars.
Oh, that's my
earn money to make more content.
I was streaming you guys on my network too, so it can get more hits.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it. Listen,
so you can delete that. It can't.
No, we won't. No, we will not delete. You're welcome here. We appreciate you. Listen, we appreciate having you coming on here. People need to know that that we have intelligent women, everywhere. And a lot of times people don't know just how proactive and how much care people have. If you don't mind, share with us if they don't mind. Tell us what you've done for the people in your region and what you fought for as post-warning, what you fighting for still as post-warning commission, if you don't mind.
Well, actually, it's District 3. I'm in 3. So
District 3. I'm sorry.
3. Yes, no, but no. Hey, it's fine. I represent all of Newton County. One of the things that my county wanted when I first ran for this position in 2020, I was the first African American ever win my position. I was the first African American female to sit on this board of all men. I'm the only woman on the board. And so it's been a dynamics. But to say that I am the first African American sitting in this seat of a district that is 70% Black, it's African American, is very interesting. The incumbent before me, my predecessor, was actually winning this seat with 1,200 votes. I made history in 2020, and I had the actual numbers of the amount of voters. I actually had 60% of the votes, so I had 11,000 votes. To see the votes this time, it was a disappointment. So what I've done in my district, the reason why I got to that point is that I would talk to the people and ask them what they wanted, because this is not my seat, it's their seat. It's not my vote, it's their vote. And so I asked them what they wanted, and one of the main things was parks and recreation. I'm the only district in Newton County that does not have parks and recreation. Every district has parks and recreation. I have the most people, I'm the most dense, I have the most kids. There are 4 schools in the area, and there's no parks. We always want to talk about crime. We always want to talk about our kids are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we as adults have not provided the resources for them and to keep them out of crime, to keep them and to steer them to the right direction. So that if there's no parks and recreation, was statistically known to stop crime, if there's no programming to help the kids get their minds somewhere else, so how can you say they're bad and delinquent children when you haven't provided something for them? So one of my main goals when I first came in office was to make sure we had the funding in place. My predecessor was supposed to build a West Side youth facility for our children, which didn't occur during her term, so it came to me. So I knew we did not have enough money because on the SPLOST, it was $495,000. We know in this day and age, $495,000 is not going to even buy the land and build a building and do this inflation. Okay, so I went to Congressman Johnson. I applied for a congressional grant. We received $3.7 million from additional money from SPLOST, and from that grant, I was awarded $4 million. So now we have $9 million to build a youth facility for our kids. But unfortunately, thank you. But unfortunately, when you have people sitting on boards who are not about the people, you have issues like that. So that $4 million is sitting there.
Wow.
And has been asking us almost every other week, what are we going to do with the money? So when you have individuals on a board who said, well, I don't want her to get the credit for it. I don't want her to move forward with it because it's going to have her name on it. No, it's not going to have my name on it. It's for the people. I can't put this $4 million in my pocket. I'm not going to jail for nobody. So it's for the people. It's for the kids. So you're going to make the kids suffer because you saw somebody actually get out of their seat and holding a seat and did something for the community that would not tax the taxpayers. We also have a grant that we received from Congressman Johnson in 2021 when I first came in office to build walkable and bikeable trails because our community has no sidewalks. I don't know what it is in Georgia about not building sidewalks. Is it I don't know why y'all don't build. I'm not originally from Georgia. I've been here almost 25 years, but I don't know what it is about Georgia and sidewalks. I don't know what it is.
That is amazing to hear, actually. Yes.
And so we received money to build walkable and bikeable trails. So I'm glad you're on here, Commissioner-elect, because this project is supposed to connect to Rockdale County. It's supposed to be a walkable, bikeable trail that connects to Rockdale to Newton. Don't clap for it yet, because the money been sitting there since 2021, and we haven't built a side of a walk.
Wow.
And so that is the issue. I've been fighting, like when we're going to build this sidewalk. So they were politicking, trying to see what was going to happen to me in the election so they can do whatever they need to do and do whatever they want. And so they did what they had to do. But the problem that I have is you're not hurting Commissioner Sanders. You're not hurting Elena Sanders. You're hurting people, the thousands of people when we took a sworn oath to serve. to protect the safety, all those various things. But when you have people sitting in seats with egos who think about themselves and think that, hey, I'm gonna show her, we're not gonna vote for this project, we're gonna hurt her. You're not hurting the official sitting in the seat. You took an oath to represent the people of the area that you were sworn in to represent. And that's the issue. So that's when you have public servants versus politicians. Politicians, they take. Public servants, they give. Public servants serve the community. Politicians go to jail.
There you go. You're right. Also, we got CJ who wants on his show. And we'll make sure y'all connect. You get it now. He wants to know what area of Newton is this. He said, may he ask?
My district is on the borderline of Rockdale. I'm the one that's close to Rockdale. Salem Road, Crawwell Road, Brown Bridge. I'm the most dense. I'm the largest district and the most dense in the area. So I am the area that's connected to Rockdale. So anything Rockdale County does, it affects my district as well. So I'm right there on that borderline.
They're building homes right down on that line, right?
Yeah, Fairview Road. That's Rockdale though, but it looks like it's a part of my district.
How many homes do you know they're building now?
I want to say it's a mixed use development. So I want to say it's about 500 because I know it's residential and it's also townhomes as well. And I think those townhomes, I'm not sure, are considered rentals. And so I know the houses are purchased because I think you all were told that I had to build the purchase homes first before y'all built the rentals.
See, CJ says, yes, that's why we had to get rid of Oz. He had a big ego, being in there for 16 years and being rude to citizens. I guess they said enough of them meetings. They know about that, isn't it? That's crazy. You said about 500?
I think it's about 500. No, in between 300 to 500. Because I know one community that's farther down Salem, which is actually part of my district and District 2. I know they're building 500 residential, 500 townhomes, and now before I came in office, were approved for condominiums. So
and that's going to kill Salem Road. Salem Road, people, they're going to kill. That's 1,000 homes.
Yeah, my district has, and they don't like me to say this, but I say it. My predecessor sat in the seat for 12 years, and she just approved mass building after building. The infrastructure was not put in place. And so the infrastructure, meaning the roads, the widening, we've been waiting on Salem Road for about 15 years. Carl Road, Brown Bridge Road. You have to think about, I have a community, every time they build, that black water is coming out of their pipes. Because it's so much mass building. I actually paid out of my pocket, which I have to present next Tuesday. I'm considered the applicant on the zoning appeals. I appealed a development that was approved through the Planning Commission, and I paid for it out of my pocket. And I will be presenting to the Planning Commission, the zoning appeals on Thursday as a commissioner and a resident on why you don't need to build these additional 300 townhomes in front of the high school on a road that has multiple subdivisions, and it's a school system.
Increasing traffic and kids walking,
law enforcement,
street traffic, everything.
Law enforcement, fire services. I sat and watched houses burn to the ground because fire services could not get to them on time. It's ridiculous. I live in a subdivision, believe it or not, that has 922 units.
Are you serious?
Yes, and when I purchased my home, it wasn't like that. But it's 922 units. They decide it's 700 and I think 56 or so houses, and then they decide to build an apartment complex inside of the subdivision. So you have to include that because they use the same roads. So it's 922 units, one way in, one way out. And so now I've been fighting for that, to where we had to go back and forth with this HOA. That's my own HOA to open up an additional entrance because of safety. And so the commission had to do eminent domain because the HOA didn't want to comply. So we had to do eminent domain. I don't believe in eminent domain, but when it comes to safety and people don't want to assist, we have to do what we have to do. So because they're building those homes in Rockdale right in front of it.
See that?
And so it's safety issues. So we had to move forward to try to get that second entrance open, because we have an ordinance in Newton County. If you have 200 homes or more, you're supposed to have 2 entrances. But of course, that subdivision was built before that ordinance was put in place. And so that subdivision is really supposed to have 4 entrances so people can get in and out. And I always say, if something happened on Salem Road, they might as well just sit in their houses and say, thank you, Jesus, and hopefully they'll make it to heaven, because they're not getting out. We're not. I live back here. I live back here for what? So,
Ms. Sanders, let me ask you, why do you think they're making those decisions without considering the infrastructure?
Oh my goodness, that's that word.
I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to tell you, you have to look at the people who are approving it, and you have to see what they have. Let me try to use my words correctly. What is promised to them? And it's being honest. I had, even with me appealing this development, I appealed it on my own as the commissioner. I had developers call me, said, would you reverse your appeal? And I said, I'm a public servant. I have to do what's right for the people. And I have to say, I'm gonna be happy leaving this position with dignity. I'm not bought and paid for it. I haven't taken any money from anybody. I make the right decisions. And so that you have to look at that. The board actually denied a whole entire development. I want to say it was about a month ago. I had the Chamber of Commerce of Newton not call us, email the whole entire board, asked us to reverse our vote. The Chamber. And I asked the Chamber president, I said, what personal investment or interest do you have in this to ask the Board of Commissioners to reverse their vote for development? You're the Chamber. I'm confused on why you're so invested, and you don't even live on my side of town. You just built a brand new nice house with all these acres. And then I asked her, and that's probably why they're upset with me now, because I speak it. I say what's on my mind. I said, so would you want this next to your house that you just built with your acreage? Would you want this? So why are you trying to put it on this Black and brown community?
Yeah.
And put us in here like sardines? What interest, what financial interest, what personal interest do you have in this project that you would send the Board of Commissioners an email from the Chamber of Commerce to ask us to reverse our vote? It was a 5-0 vote. We said, no, the infrastructure cannot handle it. Another issue we just had on the agenda last week, 391 acres to be annexed to a small city in our county that can't even handle it, has 1 or 2 police officers, no fire. They want to annex it to that city to build 500 houses. It encompasses my district and District 4, which is J.C. Henderson. They did not even contact the people in the area before it even came on the agenda. The first time I saw it was getting ready to vote for it, or when they sent us our packet like 2 days or 3 days before. A whole entire annexation of almost 400 acres of land to build 500 houses to annex to a small city. You didn't even contact law enforcement. You didn't even contact fire services. Better yet, our school systems are almost overcrowded. You hadn't even contacted the school system. And that's the greed that you see, because the people's name that's on it, the same people who are always going back and doing the developments, the same attorneys are always doing the same developments. They don't think about it. But if you go see where they live, they don't live in nothing like this. And I always ask developers, I need you to answer this question. Would you live in an area like this? And they look at me with a deer in headlights. I said, exactly. So why would you want to put it on these people? They are homeowners. They may not live in a big house like yours, but it's theirs. And they want to have a quality of life just like you. They don't want to sit in traffic. They don't want to be in traffic where they can see their house and actually literally get out their car and walk to their front door, but it takes them 30 to 40 minutes to get to their house because they're stuck in traffic. Would you want this?
No.
I ask that same question to them all the time, and they look at me like I'm crazy because I already know the answer. I already know the answer.
Porterdale. I was trying to think of the name of that town. 2 police officers gonna control what they have now and add 400, 500 more houses. And and I appreciate you, Elena, talking with us about it, and I appreciate my other co-hosts on here, all of us together. What you're saying, people need to know. People have no idea what's going on with their local government and why they need to be. They thinking Joe Biden and Trump, they're going to do a lot on a national end. and they got people under them that actually pull their strings. You have more say-so and control in the local governments people to stop a lot of things that are going on, because you're right. A lot of these people are making mass money. They're making so much money by bringing the developers in, being paid off, and it's your safety, your water quality. People moved out here because when we moved out here, we wanted quiet. We moved from Decatur, and Decatur was getting too much. Before the violence got where it was, we moved. The middle school was only what, 2 years old?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
2 years old. We moved. Listen, I jumped up in the middle of summer, right before school, and ran down here, and we leased a home till I bought one to get my kids out, to give them a chance. We love Rockdale. We moved here. It was quiet. It was safe. It was friendly. We liked the peace and quiet. And now, I mean, these schools are getting out of hand. It's so much rhetoric going on. It's crazy. And let me ask you this too. I'm gonna get away and let you finish. Can people look up to find out publicly who's endorsing this stuff, who's signing off on this, who's the attorneys behind this? Is this information that citizens can find out?
Most definitely. When we receive our commissioner packets, and commissioner, when you come in office, when you get sworn in, you're going to get a whole packet. It might be 100 pages for the whole entire agenda. It's going to tell you who the developer is. It's going to tell you who the attorney. That's a big thing. Who's the attorney that's on the development, and citizens can ask. I tell the citizens all the time: open records your county to death. Open records your county to death. Citizens can request the same packet that commissioners receive to look over all the information to make a decision or to vote. What they probably just give you is the regular agenda. No, you request the packet that commissioners receive. Everything in your government is open records unless it's litigation. If it's not litigation or something that you have to do in executive session, it is all open records. So you can contact your county clerk when you have your board of commissioners meetings and say, I want to receive the same packet that the commissioners receive. I want that 100-page document. You can send it to me as a PDF. Sometimes they'll try to trip you up and say, hey, you got to pay for the print. No. Send it to me digitally into my email. I don't need to have to pay for the print. I want the digital copy. And it's a huge packet of everything that you receive on the agenda that's for the commissioners, but they're supposed to be sharing that with the public as well.
That's the thing we need to know. I mean, look, Chan with CJ got so many questions. He said, yes, we have a group called Voices for Rockdale that do all that. It's a great group. And I'm going to tell you what, that's Miss Corliss who handles that, the Voices for Rockdale. And I'll tell her, you can pass the word. I'll call her, she don't answer the phone. I text her, I let her know I would jump off this curb and kill myself. She tell me, you ain't jumped yet. She's a hard worker. She about facts. She ain't about fiction. If you tell her something, she said, wait a minute. I need the paperwork. I need proof of it, because she puts it out. She makes sure that she does not. People hate her. They run her down. I don't have no problem with Corley. Because if you telling the truth, what you going to get mad for?
Yeah. And that's why they get mad, because you're telling the truth.
I'll look into that too. CJ say he's gonna look in that, and let CJ know how he can get in touch with you. You can, people get the phone, but he can get your email. Because if you can tell us your email, or you can type it in there for us, we'll put it up there so he can contact. And if anybody else want to contact her, especially if you live in the Covington area, and please request that information. Find out who's the attorney on these things. You helping us too for Rockdale. So who's the attorney? Who's behind this? See, this is how things get done. People of color, you agree, Elena? Most of us are just taught. We won't become proactive. We talk in this show all the time. And what Tula did, we got proactive and showed them. They see from this show, and I tell you people all the time about not just talking, getting proactive, and people got behind her, and we pushed. And look, you got somebody here with a voice, and her motto was, I want to get you a seat at the table. Your voice does matter. I work for you. Elena is a great lady. I pick people up, and I mentioned I knew you were a great lady. Pick up you can pick up people that's full of junk, and people need to know she's great. And tell them what your expertise of studies.
I am also a college professor. I teach business and marketing, international business operation management, governance as well, how to start your business. I teach all of that as well. In marketing, I wrote the first college textbook on social media marketing for Pearson Education. And I just wrote a textbook curriculum on my journey as a African-American woman in the political world, but it's also written as a textbook to show people how to become elected as a Black woman or as a woman, period. Any man could actually pick it up. It also has the terminology of the political world so you can understand it. It has how to create a resolution. It's actually written just like a college textbook because I'm a technical writer. I write textbooks, and it has a full curriculum with it as well.
Look at that. Listen, Elaine, let me ask you this. I want to write a book, okay?
Okay.
I need your help. Listen, the book title, I was touched inappropriately without permission by a commissioner-elect. I need you to help me write this book. Listen, I know I got a lawsuit. I know I was touched. I did not solicit it. I felt some type of way. If you can help me write it, I don't know how to put it in college professor words, but I need to put this book out and I'll split some of the proceeds with you.
Okay, but we don't want to do that because she might want to go to the next level. So we don't want that book lingering on.
Let her hold off and let her get another.
You might be talking to Congresswoman. There's only few of us in this position. There's only few of us. We got to protect.
He said, "We'll definitely need to talk to you about my podcast brand." See that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is how people don't realize how important it is with having real talk. It's not like, we're not sponsored by some group that said, well, you can't talk about it, you can't do that because people need to know. And here we don't have rules where, okay, we can, hey, if it's the truth, in fact, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this a problem. We talk about relationships. We talk about a large mass of different things. And my co-hosts, all of them are very educated people. Me, I'm just street. I'm the street man. So they got me. So they got somebody who got their ear, who been to the street. My great co-hosts are all educated, well-educated people. Everybody great people. I see my best friend. She don't put someone. What she put? Do our commissioner elect like that, Tony?
I say do not do our commissioner elect like that, Tony.
Let's help, best friend. I'm gonna send you my bill. I tell her all the time. I'm gonna send her my bill. But no, that is, and Denise is a great lady too, who's running for that post one down now. Elena's definitely great. I'm gonna put your email back up too. So I know we done had you on here. We just been going, but we appreciate great people on here. We definitely appreciate, don't we, y'all?
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely, we appreciate that. And people need to know that. And this, I've seen somebody else told you, keep doing what you're doing. You've done a great job for them. And sometimes I'm gonna tell you what happened with people. They ain't gonna miss it till their well went dry. They gonna see not showing up is gonna hurt the citizens of. You're gonna hurt yourself because you should have been there. You should support this great lady who cares about. We sit and we talk. She cares about people. She cares about the elderly. Just like Tula, people don't realize how rare that is. People don't care. Mm-hmm. People don't care. I'm saying, she said, my voice is on the way. She said she on her way on her voice. Here come my come with trouble. What happened?
Read where you got glasses. Come on.
My glasses, these are not my regular glasses. These are my bedroom glasses. When I put on, said, did I just get touched?
Oh my goodness.
I got these by the bed. So all the glasses are being fixed. I got glasses in my truck. I got glasses at the synagogue because I just hate getting stuck without them. But also, y'all make sure y'all take down Elena's email. Make sure y'all reach out to her. Make sure y'all support her, encourage her because she's a great lady. As you see, she has a lot to offer.
Yeah.
They will never get anyone else in time. I'm coming with just a wide variety who understands people, who understand teaching the parts of economics and how it works, how it becomes successful. Like our people, teaching people in general how to maintain and how to stabilize yourself as a business. Everybody keep thinking, I need to get an EIN, and get a lot of people got an EIN and it's over with.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't going, I just need somebody to help me, get a business license and help me. It's more to business than that. And you need that can educate you in that. So when y'all hear her now on this, what she give you free, you got free. Respect people talent. I mean, I respect. don't disrespect me to say teach me everything you know for free. She's gone to school to educate. She's worked it. She's seen this work for herself. So her success speaks for itself. Respect people in their position. I got this. People don't respect my job and what I do a lot of times. People think, hey, you do it, just help me, just give it to me, just do it. You work to get to where you at. I don't charge people to do, but like respect what I do. So I want to make sure people do that. Respect what she does. Okay, reach out to her, let her know, hey, we want to encourage you. We want to see you keep going. I want to learn. I want to eat from you so I can grow and I can go back and help feed others. And that's how we grow it. Support each other. Somebody hit somebody else, Shakita. She said, Alana, she said from Covington.
Yes, hey, that's one of my old church members. I went to school in Covington, Louisiana, and ironically, I live in Covington, Georgia.
You had to come find. You found a better Covington. That's all right.
Maybe.
You from Louisiana?
Yes, I'm from Louisiana, a suburban area outside New Orleans.
Okay, so it's not rough as New Orleans.
New Orleans, Louisiana.
Okay, that is all right. Then. That's good. And she said, "Shout out." Now, one is it Shakita? That's what I'm saying. Shakita, are you still down there in Louisiana? You don't find you was able to break out on the first slave break free train.
Oh man,
it's some kind of hot down there in Louisiana. Listen, states I stay away from: Mississippi, Alabama, them hang them high. Louisiana, you go down there, you gotta get your neck fit. I tell them, when I go down to Alabama, I try to make sure I'm out of Alabama. I had to spend the night in Alabama 2 times. Man, I couldn't hardly rest. I was so scared. I said, I don't know if I'm going to wake up and be on a plantation in the morning. I'm going to be picking cotton. I'm going to have a foot gone like Kunta Kinte. It's rough down there. I see somebody come out there.
You have that moisture. You have that humidity in Louisiana.
I got somebody on here from Louisiana too. Okay, Louisiana in the house. Now I think, where they from? Baton Rouge? Yeah, they're from Baton Rouge.
Yeah, that's about an hour away from New Orleans area. Yeah, 45 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, Shakita says she's still there. And Danielle, she laughing at Danielle, she lives in your district.
Oh, hey, Danielle.
Yeah, she the one actually alerted me to you. And you ain't gonna believe it, too. She was a Delta.
Hey, Soror.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she can sing too. She can't sing, she can sing.
Yes, she can.
Somebody trying to set Falcons versus the Saints.
Oh, that's the game there.
That's the fight right now. Yeah, I'm sorry, pigeons. Listen, them pigeons, I don't ever put no confidence. My wife, she's a diehard Falcon undercover. I remember that year they played the Patriots and they were winning. I just went on to sleep. She got up in it because she was a Falcon fan. I was like, Brady them losing. It was 28 to some halftime. I just went on to sleep. So that morning I got up, I saw she wasn't saying nothing. I was like, she ain't saying nothing. Like, oh my bird. I'm like, I clicked on the news. It said Tom Brady won. I said, hold on for a minute. Tom Brady won. I'm like, impossible. These clowns had a 28-7, and they lost. I said, I told you, I call them the pigeons. They don't deserve to be called a Falcon. They are the worst. They always they have what's the people who used to own them before? Smith, Rankin Smith. He messed them up. Arthur Blank got them. I see why his last name Blank. It's for people who don't use them words. Arthur Blank. What the blank you doing, Arthur? He always get the worst setup I ever seen.
And now they're owned by what? Dominique Dawes and I think the other person.
Is it on Sodom? Somebody said the boot. Now who it is?
Oh, that's my sister, my big sister.
That's your sister.
Uh-huh.
Hey, sister.
Hey, sister. I met your sister.
Oh, you met her sister.
She did tell me she met you.
Yep.
He said he's a Falcon fan. That's our son that's adopted. He said he's a Falcon fan. He's adopted. A big pig. For me.
The pigeons.
That's who they are. That is something else. She said, "Hey to you."
Is it Dominique Dawes, the gold medalist? I heard she now is part owner of the Falcons. I saw that somewhere on Facebook. No, you can't. You got to fact check Facebook though.
Right, that's good. Good for her.
So I heard the name. Now, what did she do? Where did I know that name from?
Gymnast. Is she? What's the gymnast?
Olympics gymnast.
Oh.
Wow, she got that kind of money? She probably got a small percentage.
Well, percentage is a percentage. Is a percentage.
She got it right. The foul clowns. You're exactly right. The foul clowns, that's exactly who they are. I don't think they'll hurt your feelings. I don't put my confidence in them people. Somebody said, Tony asked Atlanta to sing. You can sing.
Who was that? Denise told you to do that.
You know, yeah. You owe us that. Give us that. Let put a little something out here.
What's the song you want me to sing?
When she said ask you to sing, I think she better throw a song up there for her.
What song you want me to sing?
She just said, hey, she told, hey, Angela. So she can sing. Do y'all know about you can sing too? What song we want her to sing? We gotta hear this. Somebody said, what else? Thanks, band. Is that a song?
Please read the word.
Well, I don't know. Tell her what you want to sing. What you feel like? What you give her someone?
Oh, it is true. I looked it up. Will Packer and Dominique Dawes are now part owner of the Falcons.
Will Packer, great job.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness. I get all the Blank want to get rid of some of that debt while he can.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Oh, tell her. Come on. Now, what you gonna sing or some more?
I was trying to see if somebody was gonna put something in the chat. What song?
I don't know. Tell her what you.
Whatever you want to sing.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of one. I was thinking Christian, but I know it's not a full Christian show, right?
we just alive. Tell us what you got.
Let me see.
Somebody said
saying the birthday song.
Right, so.
Happy birthday for a special someone.
It's your birthday.
Special birthday song.
It's your birthday.
Who birthday?
No, ma'am.
It's nobody's birthday.
Okay, I'll sing happy birthday. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear somebody.
Love doctor.
Happy birthday to you.
Woo! Goodness.
Goodness,
that was outstanding. Listen, it was somebody's birthday today. Oh my goodness.
That's right. Somebody out there. Yeah.
Listen, that was outstanding. Oh my goodness.
That dear somebody, that big cookie. That's what I saw. He said, dear somebody. You got to come up quick with that one. And that's why that's Danielle. She can sing now. Oh man, she got one. We wrote one. I wrote one over. You play a little bit. Let her hear Desire. Let her hear what she did on Desire. You gotta copy that one. Let her hear that. Let her hear what her sister did.
Yes.
Can you pull that up, Dwayne?
Give me one moment. Let me search for it.
Holding it down for District 3 with the vocals. Okay.
That she got it down. Y'all better get it right.
That's right.
Everybody else, if you're not, them tell you something about people get involved and voice and still let people know this is wrong. We encourage people to get involved. Call and get your news on these people. Let these people know when something's going on. When they know they're being watched, when they know the pressures of, they got to do right. People not gonna do right when they feel like people don't care. You don't give politicians or give these people positions and not make sure you stay on top of making sure you keep them honest. I tell people, I'm a pastor. I don't get mad at people. What are you doing? Why would I get mad? I don't get mad at people checking me to see if I mess around. That don't bother me. I know what I'm doing. I've been married for 30 years. No woman, nowhere. So I don't have a problem. I tell people, keep them honest. I want y'all to hear this one. Somebody said, Desire is just a classic. You be able to find, I'm gonna let you hear this one and you hear what she did. Yeah. She could do a little something. She could do a little something. You'll be able to tell us what your sister, she knows she
Hey, Tula, do you know are we allowed to play it? Because last time we played songs, we got our page ticking down.
If they listen to it, it's not the same.
It's not the same. Let's say,
You should be fine.
Yeah, because this is different.
I was so blind I couldn't see, and so incomplete. And you tried to save us with the sun, and you said that we need to change our hearts, but it seems so very hard. We need a pusher to help make us your son. I need you to help me be yours. When you come back, I'm ready to go. To get it right with you, I'm trying not to fall. My desire is for me to be saved. Spend my life with you, I will change my ways. That is my desire, and I won't let you down. I was so afraid of failing thee. For a start, I failed to see. I need your touch for it's over and I die. A touch from you could really let me know when I will be confused. I want to be with you, so please hear my cry. I need you to help me be yours. When you come back, I'm ready to go. To get
Very nice.
to get it right with you, I'm trying not to fall. Gotta get it right with you. I'm trying not to fall. Just as much as I love you, I'm gonna change my ways. That is my desire, and I won't let you down.
That's all right. Yeah, what do you think about that?
That's beautiful.
Why you stopping?
Say what now?
I said, why you stopping?
Oh no, I'm to the end right now. I didn't do that.
Hmm.
Love Doctor did that. Yeah, he had to go to sleep at Love Doctor at 10:30 exactly. He has to go and take he has to go to the toilet. He has to strap himself down at night. Yeah. He's getting ready to get married. His wife has no idea.
His future wife.
His future wife. He's going to sleep. He goes to sleep usually like 6 o'clock, and he wants to get married at 4:30 in the afternoon. His wife in trouble. His future wife in trouble, isn't she? That's a lot going on, ain't it? Oh yeah, we appreciate some said they was PJ. CJ said he gonna run for. He said, "Hey Smith team, going to need your team in 4 years when I run for city council, Konya District 3. Y'all are the A team. Wow,
y'all were amazing. Yes,
they really believed in her. They really believed in her, and they got out there and they push. I had pregnant women. We try to keep them from coming. They're like, oh no. They got out there pregnant with the other 2 and 3 kids with them. Listen, and couldn't keep them from coming. We told them not to come. They still came. We said, go home. They're like, oh no, gotta stay out here. We gotta win this. I appreciate it. Right? We got Denise got to meet some of the members of the well, y'all. We appreciate it. She saw them. She was like, wow. She saw how we're a real tight-knit family. I fuss at them a lot now. They'll tell you I fuss at them a lot. That's because I care. And I tell them, you want to see people always strive for the excellence. As a person, I made a lot of mistakes in my life. And I lost a lot of time, made a lot of bad decisions. So I'm a real strict proponent for people thinking about decision they made long term and looking at how things affect them, problem solving, because it's key and critical because people just get to the end and next thing you know is put a gun in their head. It's turn to drugs. It's always something that negatively impacts them and holds them back. So we got a real strong, I give a real strong push for, going for it. That's it. You won't know you can do it unless you go for it. That's my motto. If I want, I'm going to go for it. I won't know till I do it. I won't sit back and say, well, I should have. I'd rather do it while I can, especially if I know it for a good cause. And I applaud you for your push. I applaud you for the successes, and your care for people. That's so important. Being a pastor, that's my wife will tell you, that's me. And my passion is people. I love people. I never met a stranger. When you met me, I wasn't sitting down quiet. Like, I vibe people. If I don't get, I can tell people, I don't click with you. I'm just that I can let you know. I keep myself where I'm not indebted to people. I don't owe people to have to put up with something I don't want to put up with or deal with something I know is not right. I like being who I am. I just like seeing good people. Yeah. I like seeing us being winners.
Yes. Yes.
So we're definitely looking to see the next chapter as you continue now working, fighting still for the people. They can see what they have down and how important it is to support good people. Because when you get bad people, when the damage is done, you can't expect good people to walk in and wave a wand or snap their finger and fix it. These people come in, they wreak so much havoc without care for people.
It takes time. You have to undo all the years of the damage. And you can't, and those who are listening, who are supporters of Commissioner-elect, she's not going to be able to undo a lot of things in her first term. That is impossible. If you had some people sitting in that seat for so many years, and I can speak for me, I had a predecessor for 12 years. It is impossible to undo the 12 years of things they have done in one term. It is impossible. You may touch on some of the things, but there is no way. That's why I'm shocked about the state reps when they have to run every 2 years. They're supposed to be changing that to 4. I heard in the next session. I'm not sure, but every 2 years, you can't expect a state rep to do it in 2 years, because 1 year they're trying to focus on a position, then the next year they're campaigning again. So it's like they can't do it in 2 years. So you saying this person hasn't done this, they haven't done that. They haven't been in office long enough to undo the things that have been done in a certain amount of years. So I pray that the residents of Rockdale, for all of those that are coming in new, to understand that it's impossible for them to undo what has been done I don't want to say damage or whatever it might be, to undo what has been done for years. It takes time to strategize, to do it right, because you don't want them to do it quickly. They want to make sure they're making the right decisions. So it takes time. So they will need to be reelected again. They will need the time to be able to fix what the way that you all want it and what you want to see. It's not going to happen in the first terms. Things can happen if they have the right team. Because I have to tell people this all the time. One commissioner is one vote. They can't change it by themselves. They got to have that whole entire board to agree on the change. So don't get mad at that commissioner when that board is not wanting to do what needs to be done. So just be patient with your commissioner elect when she comes in office and all those other people that's coming in new, because it takes time to change, to make change if they want to do it correctly and right.
We definitely appreciate it too. Any advice we'd like to get her to commissioner elect?
I definitely would do. Every decision that you make, include the people who put you in place. If you have to host a monthly or bi-monthly, I would say monthly town halls, and you set them on, that's what I did. And you set them on certain days of the week or whatever it might be. It might be every third Tuesday of the month. And that is your town hall with your people in your area or whoever wants to attend. And you listen. Listen and hear what they have to say. Because a lot of times people just want you to hear them. They want to be involved. So listen to them and try to incorporate some of their ideas. Create teams. That's going to help you, because I know here in Newton, I don't have an assistant. We don't have a chief of staff like some of these larger counties like DeKalb and Fulton that have these huge budgets for their whole staff by themselves in their offices. I don't know how Rockdale is, but I know we didn't have that in Newton. So you're going to need your constituency to help you in some of the things to do to move things forward. So if you have to have a community liaison and give them a title and a badge that you're my community, and I learned that from Lorraine Cochran Johnson, who just won a CEO in DeKalb County. She has a liaison, and we met, Denise and I met him, and he was excited to be the community liaison. She gave him a badge that he was the community liaison, and he didn't have a problem telling you, I am the community liaison. So if you have to give your people titles to let them know that you care and they are part of the team and you care about them, as long as you include your people in the decisions. And sometimes there's going to be decisions that they want you to make that you can't, but you explain to them why you voted that way.
Right.
Explain to them why, and they'll understand, like, okay, y'all, I couldn't vote that way because there's things y'all didn't see that I saw. So this is what I saw, and this is why I had to go this way. And sometimes they're like, oh, I get it. I understand. So if you include your people in every move, I wouldn't say every move, but a part of your voting process, if there's a huge development coming, have a town hall with the community and say, hey, and bring the developer. You don't be on the chopping block by yourself. Bring that developer right there and let them ask the developer those questions, those hard questions, and let them see, the developer see it for themselves. Because 9 times out of 10, that developer gonna pull that application because they heard it from the people.
Yeah, I want to hear from the people.
I've seen that one.
I have to deal with these people. Because I have in my district, I have zoning managers that are from DeKalb County. I have people who know zoning and property and stuff. So they're going to question these developers and like, why are you doing this? What money is going to come back to the community? How are you going to help build our community up? You're building this huge development, but what are you giving back to Rockdale County as far as parks and rec and programming in our schools and so forth? What are you going to do? So those are the things. Don't be on the chopping block by yourself, because I'm telling you, that's going to tire you out. And like me, I love people. And I want to handle everybody's issue. I had people that weren't even in my district issues I was handling. It will burn you out. You're going to have to learn how to balance. And that's why, because I'm an empty nester, so I feel like I could just do whatever. But it burns you out. So you're going to have to balance your time from your family and your commission work. Because I was so into people and said I'm accessible, I let people call me anytime. And then when you get in this position for a certain amount of time, you're like, are they really calling me at 11 o'clock at night? You have to set the boundaries, because if you don't, you're going to have to call you 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And that's my fault, because I wanted to be engaged. I wanted to be involved. So I answered. But I have to realize that I'm not Rockdale County. I'm not in Newton for me, but Rockdale for you. So you're married, you have a family. So you're gonna have to set those boundaries. Say, hey, at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, Commissioner phone is off. So you're going to leave a voice message or a text message, and I'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. I put that even on my voice message. I'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. People have to understand that you have a life and that this position is part-time. They don't understand that. They think that we are full-time commissioners. We're making $100,000. It's like, you got money. Where? We don't make that. I'm not the CEO. I'm not the chair. I'm not making the 6-figure salary with the car that I could drive a county car, and all this other stuff. I am, although the board of commissioners are we are the policymakers. We are the ones that make the votes, but we're not full-time. We're part-time. And I have to get that in my head as well. I am a part-time official. I am working full-time with part-time pay. So you have to understand, and your constituents have to understand that. And then do not take disrespect. That's number one. They have to respect you. Yes, you are their official. Yes, they voted you in place, but you were not put in place to be disrespected. Yeah. You were put in place to be honored and to handle the business of the people. But that does not give you an open door to talk to me any kind of way. It does not give you an open door to disrespect me, because I always tell, I'm the only woman on the board. I said this to my male counterparts. If I was your wife or your daughter, how would you feel? I know you'd be ready to fight the way you just spoke to me. I tell some constituents, if I was your daughter, your aunt, or whomever, you would be ready to fight. Yeah. If some other man spoke to your family member that way, so why would you do it to me? Because I'm somebody's daughter. Don't do it to me. So do not allow the disrespect. Do not set that standard from day one. This is how I'm going to be treated. And I'm pretty sure you know how to do that. But set that standard from day one. I am to be respected. And there's going to be some people going to try to call you out of your name. And what I mean by that, they have a problem calling you commissioner. I spoke at Commissioner Sheila Jones. Was it her anniversary, her 2-year anniversary as being a commissioner? I can't remember what it was, but I spoke at her event. And of course, with me speaking at her event, I could say the things that she cannot say being in that county. And so I told them, she is to be respected. She earned the title of commissioner. Not saying that she's above you or whatever. She earned the title of honorable. Call her by her name. Call her Commissioner Sheila Jones, just like you would call him President Biden. She earned that name. She earned it, and she got your vote. You put her in place. So don't be calling her Sheila. Now, if we're in a personal setting, Sheila, like I tell everybody, it's just a title. But when you see me in public or you see me in a meeting, I'm Commissioner Sanders. Just like you're going to respect the man that's on this board and call him commissioner, you call me commissioner. Just like you call everybody else commissioner, because you earned that title. You worked hard. You was in the streets. You was in the trenches. You was in that sun getting the skin burn like I was. I earned this title. So call me by what I earned, or unless you tell them differently, to call by my first name or whatever. And like I tell them, as long as you respect me, I'm cool. But if you are calling these other commissioners on the board by their title, respect me the same way. Don't go down the road and say Commissioner Elena. No. Respect me the same way you respect everybody else. Give me the same respect. And that's what I leave you with in the beginning. And the rest of it, just be you. They voted you in because you are you. And don't change for anybody. Don't be apologetic for who you are. This is who you are. God made us differently. If he wanted us all to be the same, we would be the same and be a boring world. We all are different. We have different personalities. I'm not going to be this commissioner. I'm not going to be like that commissioner. I am Commissioner, whomever your name may be, Commissioner Sanders, Commissioner Williams, whatever your name is going to be. That is my name. And that's how God designed me. He told me who I was when I was in my mother's womb. And that's how he designed me and who I'm going to be. So you cannot change that about me. I'm unique for a reason. You voted me in because I was unique. don't change it. I see a lot of public servants who come in office and they become politicians because they don't know how to stand their ground on their own, or they feel left out. It's okay to be like, I had my county manager say something. I know he was being smart. He said, if you don't get on board, you're going to be on the island by yourself. And you know what I told him in the response? I said, I don't care about being on the island by myself. As long as I'm doing the right thing and I'm going to make it to heaven by doing the right thing, I'm going to stay on that island by myself with Jesus. It's okay. I'm not going to fall in line with you or whatever y'all doing. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to be doing in this position. It's okay to be on the island by yourself, and don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of being that if everybody voting yay and you vote nay because it's against what your morals and values, don't be afraid to vote against what they're doing. You don't have to follow the crowd. They didn't put you in place to follow the crowd. They didn't put you in place to make besties on the board. To respect each other, yes, but they didn't put you in this position to be best friends with this commissioner, that commissioner, that commissioner. Yes, you work together, but we didn't get on this board to be best friends and to go out and kick it and have drinks after the meeting. We can do that. Hopefully we can, but I'm not here to be your best friend. I'm here to serve a community, and sometimes we're going to have agreements, and sometimes we're going to have disagreements. You can't take it personally. I'm representing a community, and I'm getting.
Man, you've been great, and the people definitely you left with a lot of information. I know Tawanya can speak on that too. She kind of quiet, kind of sit back, but she can speak on that as well. But I appreciate you. We definitely appreciate you, and definitely I'm gonna make sure I put your email back up here again if you want to reach out to her, support our wonderful sister. We need good people. All we need good people, hard to find, folks. I'm telling you, I'm out here every day. You're going to find crooks and robbers, thieves and liars all day. You're not going to find good people. Please help support good people. I'm trying to find her email. Y'all find it? I'm running strong through my iPad. I know I had it up there. I want to put it back up for anybody that need to get it. Twan, you got anything you want to say? Commissioner-elect.
I appreciate the words that you said. I was trying to say that when he was talking. I do appreciate it, and I definitely will keep that in mind. I'm looking for your email. Keep that in mind and keep that to heart. I appreciate it, and the work that you're doing for the people of Newton County.
Thank you so much. I'm typing it in for you. I know it probably went way down.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I passed it. I passed it. Let's see something. Yeah, I passed it. You put it back up now. I want people now to reach out and I'll give you. She also designs signs. She do signs. What is it? You do graphics too. Yeah.
The plus about my campaigns is I was able to design everything for myself.
Yeah.
So that was the plus.
Nice. It was very
good job.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Yes.
We'll definitely be supporters. So know that definitely did a great job too. So if somebody want to contact you on signs or graphic design, they could do that as well.
Yes, sir. They sure
on
can.
On this email right here. Yeah, she designed her own sign. She does it all. I'm talking about she is on it, doggone it. So y'all make sure y'all reach out to her. Make sure we support her and what she does on her endeavor. And then I said, college professor, I'm very impressed. Said she does it all. Isn't that right? That's beautiful. So we definitely appreciate your time. And Denise, my best friend who didn't show up, but she trouble anyway. You know how she is. She calls me. She the guy how she gonna do is gonna get me a call. She gonna cause herself another bill. But we definitely appreciate it. When we go out, let me tell you what we ask. We getting ready to go out. We always I ask them just come up with a slogan, or saying some original off the top of their head, and we just throw something out there, just see what we're thinking. And then Thule, which should go by her, she comes up with one, and then she reads one. She always have for us every week. What saying would you leave to us tonight? If you had one to say to us.
Are you asking me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Yeah, you just have to come up with one randomly.
Yeah, just something random. Something.
What came up the top of my head was, don't be afraid to go to the next level or to go on a new journey.
That's beautiful.
I know that being in a position that is comfortable makes you stagnant and is comfortable in your soul. But when God is ready to move you to the next level, it is uncomfortable. And don't be afraid to move to the next level, because the next level is going to be golden.
That's right.
Hmm.
That's all right. That's beautiful. Resident Joe, what you got for us tonight? We're in trouble. Now,
Something she said. Something she said stood out. So be yourself and do the right thing, no matter what.
Okay, that's sad. How about keep a level head and stay balanced? What you got for us, Tula?
Every next level of your life will demand a different version of you.
I like that.
Okay,
Here's a love doctor.
I'm disappointed. Usually have some really, funny and comical stuff, but now everybody want to get all deep. So that's real good. They want to get all deep, but
we ended deep. So that's
yeah, we did exactly. What do you got to say?
One of them that I have to say is
one of them. That's all we
if
want.
you keep your ear to the ground, then you can hear the streets talking.
Wow. Okay.
If you keep your ear to the ground, how about a truck when your head on?
There it is. That's enough right there. Take that with y'all. You can take that with you. That's a life lesson right there.
Right.
Oh my God.
Tula, what you got for us?
I can read this one. Let's go. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path.
That's right.
Wow, that's all right.
I like that.
We'll take that. That's all right. We appreciate you again and again. Commissioner Elena Sanders, we greatly appreciate you. You're always welcome to come on here. Also, CJ has your email. He's going to reach out to you and others that want to get in touch with you about, growing, how she can help you in other fields, how you can help support her as well. And let's build each other up and let's get better. And we hear you got people love you. Much success to you. That want to see your pathway only get broader, wider, and see you do greater and bigger things.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
No, we appreciate you too. And all the rest of y'all today, y'all know we're a hob. Y'all. A hob is the Aubrey word they call it. A hob, it means it's affection, it means love. A hob, what we say. A hob, all of y'all. We're a hob, y'all. We'll have all of y'all on now. Everybody coming in. Appreciate Louisiana people and all y'all people that pigeon fans. We'll help y'all just a little bit to you. Let them pigeons go. You can be better. Free yourself, like she said. Free yourself on a better path. Let them pigeons go.
All right. Good
night. Tell them we'll have them.
We're about to take it back. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. Tony and Julie on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love doctor going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind.
All right, you do something better. I'll do something better. We'll be better together. Until next week.
That's all we can do.
Yeah. Good night, Julie.
And make sure you flush too, blood dot on that toilet. Make sure you flush.
Hey.
We ain't hear no flush.
That's because when you keep your ear to the ground, you can hear the streets talking.